discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Good afternoon, family. Good evening from my end. Hope you guys are doing amazing. 16 minutes past the top of the hour. Welcome to another beautiful episode of the Africa Today Show. My name is Joby. To everyone on YouTube, Rumble Beachute, and of course we got Mr. Black on Fire in the building as well. And in case it is your first time,
family. How's everybody doing? Still driving.
Yeah, in case it is your first time, kindly remember to subscribe, whether on YouTube, brother, follow us.
I've been driving since Joby's show in the morning. Can you imagine that?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You'll soon be enjoying the fruits of all that. But anyway, family, ensure you also download the app on the Google
Sure
Play.
will.
Black Fire Network is the name. On the Google Play Store, if you are an Android user, if you are an iPhone, Apple user, rather using your laptop, you can stream using our website link. Through the show page, through the app, you can be taken to all our streaming platforms. So in case you're missing the shows or in case shows are privatized, you can find them on Rumble and Beachute. In case you don't find our shows on YouTube, you can find them on Rumble and Beachute. But anyway,
That's right.
once again. Today we shall be talking about, of course, all the media.
Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk has died. Oh, the humanity. Oh, Charlie Kirk has died. What's going on with white-on-white crime? Is Trump going to send a National Guard to Utah? Oh, the humanity, the white-on-white crime. You white people, what's wrong with your culture? Oh,
So we shall be talking about that. I have a bunch of videos I want to share of his previous events with black people, questioning black people. We also have a video of him circulating currently when he was talking about the whole Epstein story and the Jews, and also a tweet going viral of where a friend of him says he had told him that Israel is eyeing on him and they might kill him. And of course, this also leads back to what Trump said, because looking at this whole situation as we're discussing earlier, it might be a distraction. But we had Trump 6 days ago, who also did say that they're considering to take away gun rights. That was for the transgender individuals. But I think this could bring up again the topic, because remember the Biden administration also was pushing for this.
they'll be trying to do that, Joby. They need to get the guns out they need to get the guns out the American people's hands. They're not going to get those guns ever. Ever.
Yeah, I'll be sharing much more on that. We have that is a lady. I don't know.
Before you get started, Joby, I sent you a video. I want you to play the video I sent you. My other phone first. Let's play that one first. Saying what I told you. I told they get off on our pain and suffering. I've been through that. And I said, what's with these people? And I knew them at the city. They get off on our pain and suffering. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. They love to see us all fucked up and impoverished. They get joy. They get joy. And this young lady understands that. She said, and I know that they get joy. If you had Joby all fucked up in the project, like, oh, yeah, she's pretty too. These pretty motherfuckers in the project, yeah. Whoa! They get that nothing all on themselves.
Okay, so let me cue that. Then I'll be sharing much more of today's conversation. Let me cue this. Shout out to Byron Skull, shout out to the Welfare King, shout out to Jason, Karibuni. To everyone who's tuning in, kindly hit that like button as you're tuning.
Jesus, why, Charlie? Charlie was one of the good ones. Why, Charlie? Go ahead, Joe.
Say that if you have the ability, I just want to say that if you have the ability to be selectively empathetic, then you're never beating the allegations. And I'm tired of y'all. Y'all got
And pause it, pause it. Remember, you got all these white people talking about what about the empathy? Remember, this the white man said he didn't believe in empathy, right? And they want to tell him about his wife and kids. This is why he was hating on people who had wife and kids. Ain't that funny? They want to tell about their wife and kids. While this hateful bastard was talking about other people's wife and kids. If he's the only one with wife and kids. And then they probably took it down. Go to his wife's Twitter section. Her racist ass. Right? She's so brutally wicked and racist, but they probably took it down because they want you to have empathy and greed for these two racist bastards. Charlie! Go ahead, Charlie.
Shit up, because expecting us to be empathetic towards somebody who wouldn't piss on us if we were on fire is fucking crazy, and that comes from a place of privilege, the fact that you would even expect that. But that is not my point here. I want to touch on a consistent theme that I've seen people talk about, but I haven't seen anybody address, and I think it's really important. So one of the main questions I've been seeing, because they've been showing clips of this man and talking about his sentiments on George Floyd, people are saying, why is it always George Floyd? Why do they always bring him up? Why do they use his name the way that they do? And we know that they've memeified the fuck out of that man. They've disrespected him for 5 years now, and they're still doing it. But we got to look at this from a historical standpoint and from an energy standpoint. So historically, these people have always gotten off on violence against Black bodies. And I don't think we think deeply enough about what that actually means and what it actually is, because it's energy harvesting. Now, we know, and this is in recent history, these people would hang our people. They would set their bodies on fire, and then they would dismember them and take the body parts home as souvenirs. They literally ate our people. This is depraved in nature. This isn't a social norm that just died out, because you can't just eradicate that a few generations on. This is something that's in.
Pause it, Joe. That's in. This is who they are. Them burning us alive, cutting up our dicks and balls and putting them in jars and then eating us. That's who they are. Has nothing to do. You ain't taught nobody how to heat another human being. That's intrinsic. That's how this young lady got that. That's in them. That's who they are. So we got Joe. We had that goopy Kenyan girl. I think white people are good. They're so good. Look at the juxtaposition of this Black American woman and that goopy Kenyan bride. It's so good. It's so good. It's like they messed up in the head. But go ahead, Joe.
That's insane. And a lot of those people still have whatever that gene is, because I believe it has to be genetic. It has to be, right? Because the same people doing the same shit for centuries on, and then raising their kids to do the same thing when they have
exactly, it's genetic.
It's for them to be so angry that they're shooting up schools and shit, right? So it has to be something that's genetic. But that's a little off the point. The reason that George Floyd is always invoked and his name is always brought up is because that was the one murder that was different from all the other ones that we saw in reference to Black men or Black people being killed by the hands of police. George Floyd was a public execution, but it was a slow one. It wasn't a quick shot. We watched the life leave that man's body. We watched him die pleading to the white power structure not to kill him. They get off on that. They get off on that energy. That's what that is. And then not only did they get off on that, they got off on the visceral reaction that we as a community had. It's energy harvesting.
I told you, they get off on it. And remember, we are the batteries of this matrix. They are the illusionary things that were created. So that's energy harvest. Our energy feeds this illusion, feeds this matrix. So they feed on our energy. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys. So you got that right. So whenever we give a reaction, they feed off of that because they're literally vampires. They're energy vampires. Go ahead, Joe.
It's going to hurt us. They think that gives them power over us. This is what they think the power dynamic should look like. Us begging them for something as simple as the ability to live. This is what it's always been. It's historical. So they bring his name up because they think they're going to put us back in that mindset and cause that visceral reaction so that they can feed off of it because the power structures are always in their hands and in their favor. Mm-hmm. That's what that's about. Now, people will sit here and say that that's a reach. It's absolutely not a reach because historically it's accurate. That's how it's always been. They've always gotten off on violence against Black bodies, which is why I find it very audacious to say that violence isn't the answer. and to expect us to mourn the life of somebody who wouldn't piss on us if we were on fire. This isn't a matter of politics, as people keep saying that. You guys need to put political views to the side. This is an issue of morality. This is not about politics. That man hated
Exactly.
anybody.
Pause it. See, so remember when Joby was talking about morality with that white guy yesterday on that damn video? They don't have any morality. That's why they feel exactly. They are an immoral people by nature. They're immoral. That's what we're talking about. They don't know how to be moral. That's what she's talking about, and that's what I said. Go ahead, Joby.
Him. If you weren't a white conservative Christian male, he didn't give a fuck about you. He didn't even think we had the right to have a voice. We're automatically DEI. We're not qualified for anything. Even if we go through the same training, we don't have the right to live the way that he does. That man died advocating for the same thing that took him out. That's poetic in nature, if you ask me. Why the fuck should we care about that? You know, and I'm not somebody who gets online and celebrates atrocities. I just don't believe in that. That's never been my style. But I'm not going to give a fuck either. You know, people want to throw out, well, he was the father, he was the this and that. Everybody he hated was fathers and mothers and family and all that shit too. Why don't y'all care? You guys watch black bodies drop on these apps every single day and you get off on it, y'all. This is even in recent times. I remember when Tyree Nichols died, God rest his soul. People were on here hosting lives, watching that footage over and over again.
White people were. Pause that. Remember, Brianna, tell you too. Remember, Nichols got murdered in Memphis. Funny enough, I'll be in Memphis tomorrow. That's crazy. So remember when we got murdered in Memphis, you had white people throwing parties for him getting beaten to death. They would throw she's right. And none of those lies got taken down. They didn't call that hate speech and nothing. They showed that man on live streams getting beat to death. Go ahead, Joe. They get off on it.
And it wasn't to make a point. It wasn't because it was such a tragedy. It's because they get off on that shit. They do. There's an issue of violence in the white community that you all have failed to address. Because let me ask you this. If you want to link absent fathers and criminality when it comes to black boys, what the fuck is the correlation between present white fathers and raising mass shooters?
Exactly.
These kids come from ideal living.
Exactly, because there's a video I'm about to share of him, the one I was listening earlier before you went out, Keith, when I was on the call with you. And then it got to a point where Charlie Kirk is saying, do you think the problem today in America is racism or the absent fathers? And sadly, the guy who was there, I mean, they are both the problems, which still, if you look at the same way she said, you are raised also with both families, because if you want to say that you being raised by a single parent or the absenteeism of a father figure is what leads to crimes in the black community or within the black community, then what about you? What makes you really, really better? So I have that video, which I love the fact she said that. It's crazy.
Situations. They have the nuclear fucking family. They have more money than most people. They live in better neighborhoods than most people. They have more access to resources than most people.
Exactly, because they stole them all. That's right.
Why are they shooting up the whole fucking school?
Exactly. You're supposed to be at peace because you have everything. Like, what? This is crazy.
Exactly.
Like, y'all have criminality and violence in your community. Y'all are the global minority and have wreaked the most havoc on the planet at large.
Literally.
But we don't talk about that. You sit here and try to paint everybody else as being inherently criminal when the biggest criminals are the ones trying to punish everybody else. Our president's a felon. Like, I don't understand. But anyway, y'all, I don't want to get too off track. That's the reason that they bring George Floyd up. They think that it's like a slur. They use his name like a slur because they want that visceral reaction so that they can feed off of it. It's literally energy harvest.
So yeah, this is crazy. I love the fact she really questioned that, because what really makes you different, the fact you want to blame black people for not having a nuclear family. You have that. Why you fucked up?
Exactly. And they're the reason why we don't have one, because they're wicked ass social engineering. But they don't want to admit. So we know that's the reason why. And they know it's the reason why. But it was oh, look at these black people, Joby. You're just so fucked up. You're so fucked up. You're so fucked up. You're so poor and black and fucked up.
It's crazy. I have this other video here, also a collection of black people literally reacting to the whole situation and connecting to the same thing that they are bringing up George Floyd now in this story, and talking about it's literally hundreds, thousands of people, millions of people are being killed. And when it comes to black people, they never say anything. But now one person who's been killed by their fellow race. Like, why is it a problem, you know? So let me
turn to guns every single time. We've been trying to tell you that for years, for over 20 years, because children have been unalived in their places of learning over and over and over again by hurt individuals. So it has happened to CEOs of the worst corporations in this country. It has happened to our president. Now it's happened to Charlie Kirk. Now it's happened to a political figure, which tells us something important about our culture. The internet and media have made it so the political space has expanded drastically. And in light of this, so have feelings about and surrounding politics. They've expanded, they've grown, and they've gotten serious to the point where people are so distraught and angered by their political emotions that they have resorted to pew-pewing people. And I can't act like I don't understand that. I can't act as though that feeling and that result is not expected when the talking points of these social media figures have led to a culture based around hating individuals who look like me. We are seeing a drastic resurgence of marginalization and dehumanization taking commonplace in America, in our social institutions. Places that we're supposed to feel safe are now politicized in a way that hurts Brown, Black, and LGBTQ communities. What do you expect to happen? Charlie Kirk has been one of the biggest vessels in communicating this hatred. And now we're seeing a symptom of a deeper problem manifesting in the violence that was perpetuated against him. People are angry and afraid, and they don't like the direction that this country is going. And they don't know what to do about it. Blame the root problem. Blame the fascist culture that is taking over this country, that's making every other country look at us like we are crazy. Are you seeing it now? Are you understanding that something is wrong?
I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up new age term that does a lot of damage.
There's a lot of people being policed based off of how they show empathy or the lack thereof when it comes to Charlie Kirk. And I believe there's a lot of videos and things this man has said that's echoing in folks' head. Probably debating with the devil right now. Him, Ronald Reagan, George Bush. Yeah, they having a debate of hell. Oh, shit. Now they saying they don't know who shot Charlie Kirk. And the person they had allegedly, he didn't do it. So now we're waiting on the details to see who did this to Charlie Kirk and why did they do it. But it's going to be interesting to see how the Trump administration spins this, as well as how it becomes de-racialized if it's you know who. And if it ain't, it's going to be really interesting to see all of the racial pathology and politics at play. We are watching now and seeing what's happening. Still crazy political violence going on in this country, and I blame Trump. I blame them for all the climate they didn't cause to make it where individuals want to pull out their little things and shoot them. Especially when we start talking about, hey, man, preventative gun laws because they prevented this man's life. But y'all say we don't need that because criminals don't break the law. Criminals don't care about the law. But y'all feel away with anything else. Man, we're waiting on these updates for Trump. I'm waiting on those updates with Charlie Kirk. Shit, crazy.
I don't have a lot of empathy for the man who said, and I quote, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. I don't have a lot of empathy for that man. Clearly, he was okay with this. And even still, I'm not going to have a ton of empathy for the man who spent his entire life, including his last moments on earth, being openly misogynistic, transphobic, racist, anti-immigrant, xenophobic. The list goes on and on and on. No, he doesn't have my sympathies or empathy.
Don't care about all that old transphobic shit you talking about, lady. That's ain't the minds of Mr. The last thing she named was being racist, transphobic, homophobic. That's that Black Lives Matter bullshit. We don't care nothing about that shit, lady. He was anti-black. You can miss me with that transphobic shit. Go ahead, Joe.
Not even him. Of course, I feel horrific for his family, who is likely devastated by this loss, obviously, because I'm a human being who has some care and empathy in me. I don't want this to happen to anybody, especially the victims of the over 300 mass shootings we've had in the United States this year, not including the school shooting that happened today, not this event, a different one that wounded 3 people. This is going to stay in the news cycle way longer than any of those other acts of violence out there. We're going to talk about him and the grief and how this is enough and how bad we feel for him and his family way longer than we've ever talked about any of the other victims. We're going to spend our time and energy focusing on somebody who would not shed a tear.
We shouldn't. You shouldn't, because it didn't have to take me like 30, 50 years for me to just understand where this man is coming from and why we don't need exactly to show empathy for him, you know, because this is who they are. Just like from the first video, the lady said, this is who they are. They can't hide the character. Personally, I said that yesterday too. You just can't keep on hiding your character anymore. You can keep it up for long, but not for long too. Trust me. You can't keep on fooling people every single day with the same old lies, the same conspiracy theories and everything. It's who they are, and it just clearly shows out, you know. But literally, as this goes on, as she's talked about the mass shooting at the school, the shooting of Charlie Clark, we have another white man who shot and killed three black people in Ohio recently, and this did not make it to the national news. I've not seen this anywhere. Literally, this is not being reported, not talked about, because they can get away with it. You know, they can literally easily get away with it. So now, because Charlie Clark is dead, everyone should now stop doing whatever they're doing and mourn the death of someone who was super racist. No, hell no. But just to move away from that a little bit, let me share the main video I wanted to share of this. And this one I was listening earlier. This argument was just super crazy.
Is that inherently baked into the idea of white privilege? Is that inherently in our culture as society, somebody that has white skin color in this audience has extra privileges that you as a black individual do not have? Can you list what those are?
Sure. When FDR employed the New Deal to counteract the Great Depression, this came with resources that was allowed it to white people. Banks denied 99% of qualified black applicants while also accepting 99% of white applicants.
Today in 2025.
Okay, today in 2025.
He doesn't even want to know about the history. It's like, hey, the history doesn't matter. I don't care how many people, generations suffered from this and this and this. Let's talk about 2025. Is this still happening? Like, that's how quickly they're rubbing off, and that's how even in another video, you hear him saying, why won't you forget what happened? We're in 2025. We have generations of people who have been able to, you know, forget about this. Why is it that today Black Americans or Black people don't want to forget about slavery and this and this? It's crazy.
As I alluded to you, they've done studies in psychology where white sounding names receive jobs or callbacks more than black sounding names. They did the two names. It was a white young lady named Anna Scott, and it was a black young lady named Lakeisha Washington. They both put in 80 job applications. Lakeisha Washington received 9 callbacks and received 75 callbacks out of 80.
That's a good point. I actually, that study is debated, but let's pretend it's true. Do you think it's racism or something else?
I think that answer is multifaceted.
Because it didn't. Let me make the best. Sorry to interrupt you. If we live under a status of DEI and people are getting jobs that they're not qualified for, wouldn't then an applicant then assume maybe that an applicant might be there?
All black people, everybody's not white, is not qualified. That's the white scam. See, now they're dying. Now, nobody's qualified but them, and they're always the least qualified. That's what's so funny. Because they've been given white privilege, they're always the least qualified. Always.
Merit. It actually creates more racism where it doesn't exist.
So DEI is not about going and grabbing some random person of color and saying you therefore qualify. DEI is about considering other qualified applicants.
Well, let's take airline pilots. United Airlines wants 40% all of their airline pilots to be women or people of color. Why does that matter? Number one, because I want a qualified airline pilot.
Because technically all the jobs that went to white men, whether they were qualified or not, moron. That's why. Because all those jobs always went to white men, whether you were qualified or not. And I've always proven you've always been the worst pilots, not the best. And you still got the job. So what are you talking about? Go ahead, Joe.
Understood.
So you agree. But number two, there's only so many airline pilot jobs. When you say we want 40%, by definition, then you have to discriminate against a certain group to get another group of finance, right?
No, discriminate.
Understood.
Because there's not unlimited amounts of spots for airline pilots or air traffic control or surgeons or whatever position. So when you say that we want to have a quota, that then you have to say we're not going to prioritize a certain group. Let me tell you what I believe, and maybe you might actually agree with it, because I think you do. What we believe as conservatives is that skin color really doesn't matter that much. We care about character and merit. We want a country built on what you bring to the table.
That's a lie. They've never cared about no. If that was the case, why is it always white on top and black on the bottom? If that was the truth, and they hit you with these fake Jedi mind trick lies. Everywhere you go in the world, it's white on top and black on the bottom. You guys know you've been anywhere. That's a fact. So they don't care about no fucking merit. Saying it's a goddamn, they care about control and domination. See, I told you, don't ever listen to what they say. Look at what they do. That bullshit is absolutely bullshit. Go ahead, Joe.
Not how you look.
Exactly. And America started out with that based on merit, and theoretically, it was supposed to work. It never started.
No, they got stupid shit. It never. How does America start off with merit and start off with slavery? What are you talking about? America never started with no merit. What world? They always get some mumble mouth moronic Negro trying to suck on white daddy's penis. How does it start on merit? Merit, and goddamn it was about slavery and free labor and keeping black people fucked up. What are you talking about? How are you talking about? You just make a fake history. Go ahead, Joe.
Is why you have these different programs of affirmative action, EI, and the Civil Rights Act, because they were not working. We cannot ignore that these policies were created to counteract racism. A counteract to racism is not racism in itself.
Well, first, I reject the premise, and I will say this. If you do something racist on top of something racist, that doesn't make the second racist action good. Because if you discriminate against white people to say that we're fighting racism, that's not a good idea. But
you're not discriminating because I don't control the job. There's still white people who control the business, so there's no discriminating against you. That's a lie.
I can agree that when we build a society like college admissions or job applications, we should say no quotas and just merit. You agree?
I agree.
I've always showed you guys. I always show he's a liar. I always show her. I've had Joby look up the best kids who have the best highest IQs are all black, all of them, all black. But they wouldn't get into the admission because they didn't have the money, and they're not white. But they should be at the top of the thing because, like you said, the merit. But they wouldn't be because they're black. I told you. I said, look up the top IQs in the world. Oh, they're all black. Every last one were black. There are black people on the bottom. And we put up the IQs and the highest IQs of black people. Because what you're saying is bullshit.
Yeah, let me finish. I agree to a certain extent. So when you mention about discriminating against whites, of course, I don't agree with that.
Well, that is DEI, just so we're clear.
Right, and I'm going to say it again.
Cool.
DEI was created to offset racism. We left it up to majority of white America to include people of color or qualifying credentials. They would not. So my argument is that you're saying it's reverse racism. My argument is that it needed to be there to counteract racism. Sounds like we need to find a different solution for both parties.
I have a great solution. Stop talking about race all the time. Race doesn't mean anything. Because I look at you not as a black guy, but as a liar.
He's a liar. He's a liar.
Being made in the image of God, and I want to know what you bring to the table. Are you good at the job? Are you better than your competitor? Because let me just pause for a second. I just want you to hear out what we believe. Is that when you talk about race all the time, you start to resegregate society based on tribes, and you lose this idea of e pluribus unum, all made in the image of God, out of many one. And yes, we have made many mistakes in our past, but we were getting closer as a country in my childhood as being not obsessed with race. We've become more race obsessed over the last 10 years, especially the last 5 years, which is why we're seeing the anti-DEI movement, which actually ends up hurting people of color more than previously. And I guess the biggest question, though, is that why should race matter at all? Shouldn't we just de-emphasize it?
What I wanted to first respond to is the notion of stop talking about race. I don't agree with that notion for the simple fact that talking about things bring awareness. Awareness leads to actions. Actions produce change results. I just want to use your logic and flip it on you. Imagine if you had cancer and your doctor was like, let's just stop talking about it. It wouldn't, in the same context that racism wouldn't go away.
Got it.
Cancer wouldn't go away.
Let's accept that premise.
Not.
Do you think racism is a top 100 problem in America?
I think it is
yes, in the world, stupid.
The other 99 to give a
in the world, in the world.
Crime, fathers not being around, obesity, suicide, mental health issues,
for sure,
anxiety, cost of college, an open border, Russian-Ukrainian war.
All that shit stems from the society that you created with your white supremacy, all of it. See, and this black guy, I hate black people too stupid to engage in the conversation because I destroy his ass. Because you can trace it all back to one simple thing, white supremacy. If that's the case, okay, if the world in this country is so good and so great and all this other shit you're saying, and things have changed, nobody showed you last week when they were experimenting on black people by pumping deadly gas into our communities. They created ghettos to house black people in on purpose. What are you talking about? What's fair and equal? This ain't ancient history. It's recent. So you talk about them hanging us, killing us. That's recent. Maybe because he's too fat and he got too much shit in his head. I don't know. But this is recent history. So the idea this country's always been better. It's been working for a good thing. How can it work for a good thing? And you never atoned for the shit you done. Just like the white little Arab guy be saying, which is a fact. They want no, see, this moron doesn't want no consequences. See, I believe everything has been good, things are great. Guess what he says is a goddamn lie. He's always been fair, unfair, and unequal. How's the prison system doing with more black men when you white people commit all the crimes? You're number one in pedophilia. You're number one in child abuse. You're number one in supposedly about your good home life. You're number one in spousal abuse. You're number one in kidnapping. You're number one in goddamn mass killings. You're number one in goddamn serial killings. You're number one in every goddamn. You're number one in drug users. You're number one in selling drugs. Then why is everything in blackface? Huh? So if it's unfair, so if it's equal, like you're saying, why is the media showing black people committing these crimes when you're the criminals on the planet? You always have been. Since you say it's supposedly equal, that's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. But I go look at TV and it shows black people. You're the criminals. You commit the most of the home robberies is you. Petty crimes is you. The majority of all crimes are you. But people, you ask anybody on the street who commits the most crime, oh, black people do, black men, black people, because you paint that fake ass narrative. So that's racism right in your face, because we don't control the media. You people do. Have you people fought to make the media depiction of black people fair? Of course not. But this moronic ass Negro won't say nothing because he's a moron. Well, shut up. That's why they probably got his ass there. He's just supposed to be the face in the crowd. Let me just pick somebody black in the crowd. Nah, he was a plant. Eric planted his dumb ass there. So this Charlie Cook could look like he's smart, crushing this dude. He couldn't say none of the real shit. What are you talking about? How's it been fair? When was this? When black people getting hanged? I know your granddaddy had some black people's dick and balls in a jar over top of your goddamn fireplace, Charlie. Huh? Like I said, go back. You guys go back and look at. If I took it down, go back and look at his wicked ass wife tweets about black people. It's undefensible. It's undefensible, right? What they say is undefensible because they don't teach each other to be racist. That's their nature. That's why it's done everywhere they go. And everybody knows there's a damn problem on the planet. They were that crazy. And then when all these problems happen, they try to claim humanity. Oh, humanity's been so bad. The stewardship of the planet. Humanity's killed so many things. Humanity. No. You've done that. Not humanity. You want to poison the damn water. Poison the air. Oh, the human beings are so bad. Humanity. Ain't been no humanity. Been your ass doing it. And so, he wished the same violence with everyone else. Which was empathy. He said empathy I told you, the psychopaths. He said empty was a bad thing. You imagine this? This is a psychopath. And that's why they exalted him up. You hear anybody talking about his racial animosity towards black people? That ain't on none of your damn news shits. His racial animosity. Everybody's supposed to be sad he died. I don't give a, we don't wish nothing bad on nobody here, but I don't give a fuck about his ass dying. Means nothing to me. This racist bastard means nothing to me. So out there, you're going to come over and get me crying because he died. He got kids. Hell, we all got kids. They ain't stopped the police from shooting us in the goddamn head or shooting us in the face. Didn't George Floyd have kids? Did all the black people you murdered have kids? And every one of you white supremacists said, oh, if they just would have complied, it's their fault. Who cares about their kids? See, I told you, it's always a double standard with these people. And that's why the earth is getting rid of their ass. Because they never do right. They don't know how to, they don't know how to, immoral. They don't know how to do right. You can't change a dog to change its nature. They do not know how to do right. And they're never going to do right. They still tell us George Floyd thought that the man crushed his neck. Or he was on, I don't care what the fuck he was on. On drugs don't get it right to crush his neck. He's asking for humanity. I can't breathe. As a human being, we say, okay, let's cut his neck. We just arrest him for non-violent crime. He's supposed to have counterfeit bills. Whatever. Counterfeit money, right? Okay, cool. But what we're going to do, we're not going to crush his neck. He deserves humanity. But they always believe we don't deserve humanity. And I told you, they get off. I was going to make this, I'm glad the youth, the young girl, I always want to make you understand this. They get off on seeing us all fucked up. Whether you're in poverty, whether you're shot in the head, any kind of abuse or suffering, they get off on that shit. I mean, I was saying for a long time, we say, Keith, that sounds crazy, because you're dealing with crazy people. You don't get off on nobody's pain. They do. Why do you think all this poverty poor in Africa? Because they get off on it. I'm not getting off going to show raggedy places, people starving and being all fucked up. That hurts my soul. It don't hurt their soul. They get off on it. It's like the Asians go do it. They get off on it. They all do. Because you're dealing with non-human beings. Right? And so the white on white crime caught up with them. Right? White on white crime. I'm surprised they didn't make it somebody's black. I don't know. Didn't they find the shooter, Joby? Did they find the guy?
Yeah, they found him, but they're saying they're not sure if it's
okay.
him. Yeah.
Okay, so also this guy is not a random guy in the crowd wearing a goopy hat. Look, it's hot as hell. I don't know what he's got on. What he got on his head? He looks crazy as hell. They get the most crazy looking black guy because it's on purpose. It's not some random guy they picked to have a conversation. He got the most crazy this is crazy looking on purpose. Right? So that's why you see all like Joey showed that white guy, that white old man. They're naturally racist guys. They're not being taught that, like that girl told you. I tell that young lady there. It's genetics. I've been trying to explain this. You got these other handkerchief head civil rights morons. Oh, they teach hate. They don't teach hate. That's what they are naturally. Their first contact with black people was hate. So they couldn't have been taught it when they first met us. Their fallback position has been hatred. And then try to couple us in that nonsense. Black people are loving by nature. But you see the crazy stuff all over America. That's social engineering. Which they claim they don't know, they don't see. They don't know what social engineering is that they've done to the black community. They know exactly what they've done. But they're so dastardly, so despicable, so odious that they're not going to own up to none of the shit they've done. They try to hide slavery. So when you say, oh yeah, I believe things getting better. We got better. I said, okay, did it get better when your people were making my people in the furniture? Was that when they got better? When you were literally taking black skins and making furniture out of it? Or was it the time when you taking black women's hair, eating their pubic hair, and making cushions out of it? Is that when it got better, Charlie? See, don't get no moron like this talking. You know what you're talking about. When did it get better, Charlie? What day was this? They were still hanging black people? They're still hanging black men and women today? You don't see no white people getting hung. You see black men and women still getting hanged today. You see black men and women still getting shot in the face by the police today. So when did it get so much better? What day is this? You guys thought it was okay for George Floyd to be murdered and not given humanity, and you got off on it. That's why it was an explosion around the world, because people can see your inhumanity and who the fuck you people really are. The idea I could just crush somebody's windpipe and don't feel a goddamn thing. We not built like that. We not made like that. We not made like that. We've never got down like that. That's why when we first put Joby here, and Joby was so innocent, you're like, where's the humanity? Where's the empathy? Where? I know. Sounded crazy like that girl Joby showed in the morning. I understand it. They get up on this shit. Go ahead, Joby.
Okay. Give him grace.
Artificial intelligence, the rise of China, like all that's probably more important than racism. So
I'm not saying it is or isn't.
But
it's
however,
like you're kind of changing the subject.
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying, use your premise. If I have cancer, that's the most important thing happening to me.
Correct.
Racism is not a cancer on America. Racism is sin, and we'll never get rid of sin because we are broken, fallen creatures.
We're broken, fallen. We'll never get rid of racism because they're the racist people. You'll never get rid of it. As I said, it didn't exist. You'll never get rid of it. Yeah, it's going to get rid of it because you people are dying out. It's going away. And the last ones that are left, because Africans will rule again, you're going to get your mind right, or you're going, your stomach going to touch your backbone all damn day long. Yeah, the white supremacy that you created is going to die out with you. You're dying out. Okay? And Lord forbid, if you morons want to go to another war, you'll be wiped out. Lord forbid you people want to go to start another one of your fake wars. Okay? Another one of your race wars you have. You'll be wiped out. You don't have the numbers. I think you're like 7% of the world population now. The world is getting rid of you. See, the world has judged you. The earth has judged you, people. You have not atoned for none of your wickedness. Okay, you say your fake sin. You haven't atoned for your sin. Okay? None of you people have atoned for your wickedness. That's why your women can't give birth. I'm not talking with black men or black women. Okay? As a white race, you're done. I'll be brutally honest with you. As a white race, you don't exist into another century. You know that. Your scientists know that. Everybody knows this. You racists don't. That's why you're trying to turn America into a handmaid's tale, where the women can't get abortions, where the guys stay married, they can't get work, they gotta be forced to get married. Yeah, that's your scam. Trying to turn the America into a handmaid's tale. But you didn't get the memo. America's collapsing economically. So that's not going to work. And no matter what you do, your women are barren. Okay? You can enact a handmaid's tale, throw them out of jobs. They're barren. They're barren, Charlie. They're barren. You know who's not barren? The very first woman on the planet who you people hate, the African woman. She is the seed, the soil of the planet. So you put a fresh seed like an African man in it, it's gonna grow. See, that's how the world works. Yeah,
Well, Fair
yeah.
King, did you say that could be Drewski? We can't even have Drewski talking for us. Like, please, don't mention Drewski on this.
Who's
This
Drewski? Could be Drewski doing black. Who's Drewski? This guy?
you don't even want to know him, kid. Don't even bother.
Could be Drewski doing blackface.
Don't even bother. That coon can never do anything for us. Like, please.
Okay, I know who Drewski was. I'm asking. I didn't know. But go ahead, Joby.
I don't even know how to describe him, man. He's just fucked up.
And we rebel.
Oh,
So there,
you do not solve issues by not discussing them. If you and your wife have, I'm not sure if you're married, if you and your wife have a disagreement with
I know
communication,
Drewski.
and you tell her,
No, it's just funny, but the fact he mentioned him, like, nah,
Okay.
this guy and Drewski, please.
hey, let's just stop talking about our problems.
actually
So problems do not disappear.
I actually don't think it's an issue nearly as much as you do. I think we've made it a bigger issue.
I'm not making it a bigger issue. I'm just discussing. This is just my
No,
talking
I'm
point.
saying generally, but like, let's just say, and then I do want to get your definition though. What is racism?
Racism is a form of feeling superiority. It is expressed through discrimination.
Racism is he'll not do racism. Racism is systemic. It is a systemic system of white over top of everything. That means it is a system created by your people to neglect, deny, sabotage other non-white people, especially Africans or black people. They will classify yourself as in housing, education, entertainment, law, religion. That's why we got a white God. Anybody, you know, I would turn to Charlie, you know, God ain't white. What? Religion, politics, economics. That's what racism is. Those areas of activity that you dominate and make unfair and unequal since you violently stolen the world. You didn't win it by being meritorious. What I'm looking for, meritoriously, I can't get out, I'm getting the word wrong anyway. By being fair and equal. You didn't win it by that way. You got it by violence and killing and robbing. You didn't get it because you were the better people. Okay? You didn't get control of the world because you were the better people. You're the most violent, the most savage. That's how you got control of the world. And then you want to play crazy as if you don't know that. Go ahead, Joe.
So we agree that's wrong and it's terrible. So we should get rid of practices that actively discriminate against anybody based on race. Can you be racist against white people?
Can I?
No.
Or
Yes.
black people?
No.
No.
Can a black person like yourself
No.
be racist against a white
No.
person?
Absolutely.
See, I told you, that's why you know this dude's a plant. You can't be because you don't have the levels of power. Racism is based on power. We're not talking about prejudice. Could you be prejudiced against somebody white so you don't like him? Yes. Racism is based on power. You can't deny this white man no place to live. You can't deny this white man no place to work. You can't deny this white man no place to go get an education because you don't have the power. So you can't inflict racism on him because you don't have power. That's why this fat moron is a plant. You can't decide where he goes and can't go to school at. You can't decide where he goes and can't go to eat at. You can't decide what bank he can and can't go to. That's power. That's racism. You can't decide whether he's going to be employed or not. Okay? Because you're not the power structure of this country. So you're trying to conflict racism with prejudice. You can be prejudiced, but you can't be racist because you don't have any power to do anything. You hating him, saying, I don't like you, white man, has no implication on his life whatsoever. Him hating you, since he holds the levels of power, he can deny where you live. Oh, they've done that to us. He can deny if you get a bank account. Oh, they've done this to us. He can deny where you go to school. Oh, they've done that to us. He can deny if you get seen in the hospital. Oh, they've done that to us. He can deny whether you get served at a restaurant. Oh, they've done that to us. Okay? So explain to me Jim Crow in reverse. Where's there been a thing of white Jim Crow? Now we know Jim Crow was open racism. Systemic racism. So where's there been systemic racism against white people? Where's this at? Where's this at in America? Where's there been white Jim Crow at? I'm waiting. Get this fat moron out my face. Where's there been systemic white, where's the white Jim Crow at? Where did that happen? Where were black people hanging? Where were black people hanging white people without no redress? When did that happen? When did that happen in America where black people could snatch somebody white up off the streets, hang them, cut off their dicks and ball sack, burn them alive, and then eat them without any kind of justice being served? When did that happen? Since you said you can black people be racist, you sound like a moron. Go ahead, Joker.
To relate to that, before I go through the comments very quickly, let me share a video you shared of Malcolm X in the TikTok group.
All right.
You haven't got a
This one.
revolution that doesn't involve bloodshed. And you're afraid to bleed.
Exactly. All that peace shit don't work.
I said you're afraid to bleed. Long as the white man sent you to Korea, you bled. He sent you to Germany, you bled. He sent you to the South Pacific to fight the Japanese, you bled. You bleed for white people. But when it comes time to seeing your own churches being bombed and little black girls murdered, you haven't got no blood. So I cite these various revolutions, brothers and sisters, to show you, you don't have a peaceful revolution. You don't have a turn the other cheek revolution. There's no such thing as a nonviolent revolution. You haven't got a revolution that doesn't involve bloodshed, and you're afraid to bleed.
So that is literally, so black people have been fighting. When you talk about what you're explaining on all those events, black people have been fighting for their survival. Let me just call it what it is. It's literally their survival, because everywhere they go, try to survive, still they're gonna come after you. They're still finding reasons to just say you are a nigger. You don't deserve
exactly. And he's telling you that racism didn't exist, and why does where is the black Ku Klux Klan at? Where's the black Hitler group? The Nazis. Where's the black equivalent to the Ku Klux Klan? The black equivalent to the Nazis? It does not exist. See, so him talking to this fat black moron and trying to bring up a juxtaposition is absolutely insane. There's no white equivalent. There's no black equivalent to the KKK. Because black people don't have hate in their heart. So you never see a black people create a hate group to go torture and terrorize other people. It doesn't exist. Your people do this. So you trying to, can our black people be racist too? No, they can't. Because we don't have any power on the planet. When black people get power and they do it, then yeah. There's no black people on the planet that have power. Racism is power, not prejudice. But that moron didn't understand that. Yeah, we can be racist. Just because I don't want you at my barbecue, that might make me prejudiced. That don't make me racist, because you can still come and nothing I can do about it. Because you'll call the police, say, hey, these niggas are having a barbecue and I want to go. And it's a free space. And they'll let you go right on in there.
Let me go to the comments very quickly.
Good,
Quick
Joe.
shout out to everyone with us on the chat once again. Jason Karibu Sana, shout to Welfare King says, but Trump said some nasty things about black guy unalived in Ukraine, who unalived a Ukraine female on the train. Yeah, he called him an animal. He said this animal should be given a death penalty. That is what Trump said. But yeah, I watched the video. It was quite disturbing, being honest. Why would you do that? I'm just asking, why would you just wake up and stab someone? That was really, really disturbing to
Maybe
watch.
he's have mental problems. See, black people not allowed to have only white people can have mental. Maybe he was mentally disturbed. How about that? But
It was
only
a
white people,
guy.
only white people can have mentally disturbed, huh?
It was a black guy.
Yeah, who stabbed the white person, right?
Yeah, Ukraine female.
That's what I'm asking. Maybe why can't he be mentally disturbed?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's
But,
what you're
but, but
asking.
yeah, it's only white people that get to be mentally disturbed when they kill people, Joby. Black people never can be mentally disturbed when they commit a heinous crime. That's
Okay, I
where you
get what
got. That's the racism right there.
it's
Black people
crazy.
they're always in their right mind. White people always, as soon as they kill somebody, oh, he was disturbed. Oh, somebody had mental problems. Oh, let's get him evaluated. Why don't the black man ever get evaluated, Joby? He's already just a dirty, no good, dirty nigga killer, and he must be at the death penalty, Joby. Dirty, no good killer nigga.
Crazy. Shout out to Baron Scott as well. Jason also adds that the chicken have come home to roast.
Exactly. That's all I'm about to say. I'm about to say, Jason. Exactly. That's the whole thing when it happened to his ass. I said, when you asked me about Charlie Kirk died, I'm saying the chickens have come home to roost.
That's a good
I,
one.
yeah, it comes from Malcolm X, Joby.
And 10 Speed says, I set my reminder again 2 hours ago and still it didn't work. Well, if you're on the WhatsApp chat, I shared the link. I've shared the link literally. I always share the link most of the times when I'm starting the show. So if you're on the WhatsApp chat, if you're not getting a notification, you should
You don't get no notification. For shadow ban, you're going to have to get the thing with Joby sends in the WhatsApp chat.
Yeah, or just keep up with the time, you guys. This has been going on for years. Like, please, we need to just know the time. It's not like we've changed any program or time. It's still the same time. Baron Scott says, I'm doing well. Okay, question to Jason says, some American sister, but okay. Big Cheese says, Karibu Sana Big Cheese says, I've literally been blocked today by countless TikToks live streams for simply saying Charlie Kirk died from fentanyl and not a gunshot. I'm confused.
He died from what? He said,
Well,
Charlie Kirk died from what? What did he say?
fentanyl. It's fentanyl,
Oh,
not a gunshot.
fentanyl, yeah. Because that's the shit they said about, that same shit they said about George Floyd when they choked his neck. He died from fentanyl. He didn't die from getting choked, from getting his knee, from getting his windpipe crushed.
No, crazy. But shout out to Byron Scott. Thank you for the compliment. Big Cheese says, me and Keith have been upset with Charlie Kirk ever since he said Martin Luther King shouldn't have a holiday. Oh.
I didn't know he said that. I never followed Charlie Cook racist ass. I never knew what he said. I knew.
Yeah.
I heard oh, go ahead, Joe.
I'm saying the video, that's what he's saying. I think I saw that video today. I don't know where I saw the video. I thought I shared them on TikTok with you guys, but I can't see them.
But all the racist heroes should have a holiday, like all the rapists and the teeth stealers. George Washington have his holiday when he stole people's teeth and raped black girls. Thomas Jefferson still have his holiday when he raped black women. He made his own have baby slaves and shit, and used to shit in slaves' mouths. So all these heinous people he's talking about, they should be. So all these reprobates, right? All these white reprobates, they should all have holidays. Every last holiday they talking about, they're all evil, wicked. Columbus Day, his name was Columbus. His name was Cologne or something anyway. So who murdered thousands of people, right? Genocided the whole people on the island of Haiti, right? Murdered millions of people, well, hundreds of thousands at least. So what about his holiday? So all these reprobates, I told you, The idea that they got you talking about your ancestors are evil is absolutely crazy. Black man, but they believe in worshiping all their ancestors, putting statues of all these wicked bastards. Remember they were crying when they finally took down King Leopold's statue? Oh, how dare you take down Leopold's statue and trumpet some. These are heroes. You better not take them that naming all Andrew Jackson racist ass. All these racists. But go ahead, Joey.
Yeah, I also say Byron Scott says, the brother with the dreadlocks, I bet you $1,000 he got a white girlfriend. And
Sound like it.
Big Cheese says
Yeah,
the fat black guy debating Charlie Kirk was a plant. He's
exactly. You know it's a plant. Exactly. That's not organic. He said they were trying to fool you. You know that wasn't organic. Was about, do black people be racist? Oh, yeah, yeah. It wasn't organic. Exactly. You know, he's going to go back in the back and put Charlie Cook's penis all in his mouth. Ah, white daddy. Did I do good? Yes. Now watch out. I'm about to nut in your mouth, nigga.
Mm-hmm. And then we have Jiba also saying that they never talk whole numbers, just statistics with which are manipulated to benefit a false narrative. And I also see ads that you ain't lived till a white baby calls you the N-word in breeds. Yep. That's crazy. I don't know. That's why I don't like kids around me, because you're gonna yeah, I'm like
They're
kids too.
They're gonna do it right in your face, Joey. What you gonna do?
No. Leave alone the other kid spitting shit on my face. That's my child. Can you imagine someone else's child calling you town? Oh my goodness. Nah. Trust me, even the kids on this apartment, when I'm literally going off the stairs, sometimes always annoying. Like, hey, what happened to your leg? What happened? Oh God, they mind your business. Like, and then, kids are just kids. So I'm trying to be nice, but I'm just like, I want to like, yo, can you just get out of my face? I'm sorry, but I can't keep up with this. So no. I'm sorry. I can't tolerate that jibba jabba personally. I can't imagine, being honest, because I'm not really that good with kids. Jason says, they even used black men nutsacks dried out for tobacco. God damn.
That's right. With tobacco. That's right, Joby. Tobacco smells the freshness, Joby, of nutsack tobacco.
Oh my goodness. This is new. Oh my God.
Hey, any atrocity, Joby, you can think of, they've done it. That's right. Put your nutsack in some tobacco.
Hell, man. Come on. This is crazy.
Yeah, I know. You can't make up the craziness. Anyone tell you is racism the same? And is it when did black people put white people's nutsack and use as pouches for tobacco, Joby? It's your tobacco pouch. Whoa, what kind of balls? Whose ball sack is that? That was old nigga Jim. That was old nigga Jim who got out of control, Joby. Now I got his nutsack carrying my tobacco.
Man, this is so diabolic. I've grown up. Oh my God, this is crazy.
Nutsack Jim.
We have tobacco pouches. I've seen a tobacco pouch.
Of course. But that's right.
I had a distant grandpa. Maybe
the grandpa, but grandpa didn't have a nigga nutsack pouch.
Oh my God.
So he was behind. So your grandpa was behind the times. He didn't have a nigga nutsack pouch for his tobacco.
No, that's really effed up. I didn't know. Damn. Okay. After
if you know they made furniture out of you, Joby, you know damn where they.
I'm saying after the furniture, that shocked me. Now this shocks me because I know they used our skins for jewelry.
That's right. That's right.
Leather for shoes too?
Leather. That's right. Leather shoes, leather clothes. I think leather bags, leather coats. What? Leather, Joby. Leather. Finest leathers in town.
Yeah, and I won't stop disrespecting. If I see any of our people mating, trying to clickers to white people, man, you go suck those balls alone. I'm good. Like, this is super crazy. Shout out to Emily. Emil says everyone on social media is beefing with each other over this individual I've never heard of before. I could care less. Okay, shout out to you, Emil. Karibu sana. Jiba
That's what a
says,
friend. That's
oh,
what Dan was saying. That's what Dan was saying in our chat. I said, "Who the fuck is this?" I said, "Dan, you know, why is everybody going crazy? I never even heard of this cracker." I said, "Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about
oh,
it."
lynching of our bodies, then they call Alabama wind chimes. That is crazy.
Mhm.
They call the bodies Hey, yo. Why people are crazy. Jiba Jaba says we don't you a ban to essay and alive them. I don't know what the essay means, but also Byron
SA
says,
means sexual assault, yo.
oh, okay. Byron Scott says
Playing,
Joby
playing with your butt cheeks, flat, 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 yo, baby.
yeah, and speed, so is that white on white crime?
That's what we
Um
call. That's what we said in the beginning of the show. It's white on white crime, and it's got to stop. 10 speed. We got to put an end to this white on white crime. It's out of control. Can't go to
mhm.
college. It's got white people shoot people in the necks. It's white on white crime. It's all over the place. Where they shoot up the schools. Always a little white boy shooting up all the school people. You know, it's just white on white crime. Run amok, and I'm tired of it. Go ahead.
Crazy. Byron No, Big Cheese says the brilliant Nelly Fuller was correct when he said that white supremacy is the only religion truly practiced in the world. Every
Exactly. That's their real religion. Exactly. They don't give a shit about no Jesus and Jesus. That's part of it. They put that in it, but the only real religion is white supremacy. That's the altar of white supremacy. Exactly right.
Mhm. Every group hates blackness more than they love God. That's what he had.
Yeah, you
And
got that right.
G Bajaba says that the last Tasmanian man he's not sucked tobacco pouch is in a museum. Nah,
Oh,
I'm good.
Tasmanian. Oh, they made his nut sack out of a pouch too. Sorry, Tasmanian guy.
Oh my god. This is just crazy.
what, what
Oh,
Joe?
how worse can it get? What else did they do?
Even worse than that.
This is so crazy. But let me share this video on the
Go ahead.
screen. Mm.
Black people are wildly
Well,
disrepresentation.
people
Hold
say
on.
that to me all the time, and they just walk around like it doesn't mean anything around here.
Say what? Say the word.
The N word. I'm not gonna say it on this public platform, but people say it to me all the time.
It derogatorily.
Yes.
No, I think you're lying.
Why would I be
So,
lying
so
about
you're
this?
trying to tell me at this campus, did you report it to student services?
I'm not. I have too much on my plate to worry
Oh,
about this.
so you're going to say at this campus, you're going to indict the moral character of Texas A&M.
I'm not indicting the moral character.
Oh, yes,
of
you are.
Texas
The moral
You're saying
character.
that.
I'm
Hold on.
indicting the moral character of one person or a few people.
Oh, well, now it's one. So you heard it all the time, and now it's one. Got it. So
It's
but-
not okay. You're
No, but
taking me
this
out
is
of
the point,
context,
is that
but
I don't believe you because now you resort back to a race hoax to make it seem as if the white
not
kids
a-
on this
A
campus
race
are
hook. All this stuff, them cutting off ball sacks and making these all like race hook. It's all real. If it was a hoax, ask him. See, like, say, okay, if the only thing's a hoax, why are you guys always trying to change the history in books? Why are you white people the only people who try to change somebody's history? No matter where you go, when you murder and kill, you want to take control of the literature and change the history every time. And where you go. And I don't know why nobody can't debate this moron. He's just easily debatable. Talking about he's a hoax, race hoax. And Texas A&M and Bryan, Texas. Next time I'm good, I'm just gonna stop. I'm always out in Bryan. Anyway, go past that school all the time. And let me tell you, some racist ass shit. Talking about race hoax. Sound crazy.
I'm
racist
saying
and terrible.
white kids.
Oh, so was it a black guy that said it to you?
I'm not.
It matters a lot because this is how lies are able to grow. Jussie Smollett, we see this. You
So
have
do
to
you think I'm
challenge them head
lying?
on.
Do you think I'm lying when
They can try to use Jussie Smollett, Justice Smollett was used by the Jays. So this is about gun violence and trying to do gun control. These are all the cons. These are all the cons that they run, as Joby showed you yesterday in that video. About them setting up and creating all the fake narratives, or what we call false flags, right? And then reporting them as real or as fake to get people thinking in a certain direction. It's all about mind control. Okay, so they meant to catch Jesse Smollett. Okay, so you guys can keep using that over and over again, over and over and over again. Jesse Smollett, Jesse Smollett. There's a whole like Jesse Smollett, as if the real crimes of your racism has not been ultimately documented, thoroughly documented, over and over and over again. I won't even talk to you long because I go into crazy town. These morons keep talking to you as if you're literally debating someone with an honest debate. They're not. Me debating you is not honest. It's not intellectually honest at all. You are a moron trying to give me talking points, which are easily, you can look up and just destroy them. It's crazy. So your talking points is crazy. You got the same white supremacist talking points that all the white supremacists got. From Jordan Peterson, all these old people. You never want to admit to the crimes you've done. To the heinous crimes you've done globally. Because you're not just one people. You won't say you're American. You're the same motherfuckers in Australia. You're the same motherfuckers in South Africa. You're the same motherfuckers in New Zealand. You're the same motherfuckers in Canada. And you're the same motherfuckers in Europe. And you know that. That's why all these heinous crimes you've committed. And you ain't been held accountable. But the earth is held in your comments. They're getting rid of you. Your people are being wiped out. It's not nobody doing it. The earth is doing it. Earth has said it's had enough of you wicked motherfuckers. This is the earth. That's why you're getting skin cancers at astronomical numbers. Why the earth is heating up and you morons are the ones trying to block out the sun because of the radiation. Because supposedly your God, your fake Jesus, didn't create you with no melanin to protect yourself from the radiation of the sun. So you got this fake white Jesus who's running around on earth who can't be protected from the sun because he's non-melanated. These are all the goopy lies you told yourself, right? So, skin cancer, put us up, Joe. Put us up real quick. Mm-hmm. Say the rate of skin cancer amongst Caucasians has risen exponentially. Is this racism, me saying this? Say the level of skin cancer has rose in Caucasians. You know why? Because the planet is tired of your shit.
Says yes, the rate of skin cancer has been increasingly globally with significant rises reported in Asia.
Of course, them too, they're wicked too. The earth, go ahead, Joe, sorry, let me go ahead.
Just read it. They're saying that, for example, the incidence of malignant melanoma, melanoma,
which is cancer, skin cancer, Joby.
Yeah, in Britain has risen faster than any other common cancer in recent decades, with a significant increase in diagnosis. And this rise is often attributed to excessive UV exposure from
UV,
the sun.
Joby, but didn't there Jesus? Didn't there Lord make him so they can do the same white blonde hair fake moron? He be getting fucked up too. So this is the earth and the solar system saying enough of you wicked motherfuckers. Enough. You're never gonna do right. You're never gonna do right. So I'm gonna get you up out the paint. I'm gonna get you up out of here. So it's not just cancer, Joby. It's cancer along with their fucked up birth rates. So they're not having any babies, and the planet is literally killing them, Joby. It ain't killing us. See all these morons, skin bleaching, ain't killing us. You know why, Joe? Because we're protected by the sun, because we have the God genetics called melanin, which these people told you to hate. They told you to hate that, this is the protection of God from God. They told you to be hateful for this. In all the racist movies, they tell you, don't blame me, nigga, because you're black. God made you black. Thank God he did. Thank you, God. Thank you for making us black. I won't be getting no melanoma. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God. Trying to say it was bad that we were black. Yeah, thank you. So the planet's going to get hotter, Joby. It's going to wipe their ass out. They're not going to be able to stop that. I don't care what goopy Bill Gates do. They're going to block the sun. It ain't going to work because the level of vibration, the level of radiation is heating up the planet. And so that's also affecting their birth rate. See, everything is biological. Since they are not black, they're not melanin, that also affects the birth rate of these women that they have. Is this racism? I ain't got nothing to do with it. This is God saying, enough of you wicked motherfuckers. And it's funny, you say you know God, and you run around trying to missionary shit to people. I need the missionaries to teach the savages about my fake white Jesus, huh? Fake white Jesus? Why isn't fake white Jesus fucked up the sun for you? Change the sun back so you don't got radiation and melanoma. But you want to go out and teach people your goopy religion of hate. As Vic Cheese said, the #1 religion on the planet is white supremacy. White supremacy is your religion. But the earth is saying, no, I don't agree with that religion. The sun is saying, I don't agree with your wicked and evil shit you done. So it's not black people killing you. It's the earth and the sun collaborating together to get rid of you. The earth is saying, I'm getting rid of these parasites on my body that have polluted me, that destroyed the forest. See, all these things you've done. And they try to say humankind. Mankind has did all these evil. No, you did all this shit. You poisoned the rivers. You burned down forests and trees. You've done it. Not us. And the earth is saying, enough. You gotta go. You gotta go. And you're not gonna change this. Okay, what science you do, because it's based on white supremacy. So if you don't change your skin color back to make it black, it won't be white supremacy no more. So you won't be able to survive here as a white person on this planet at all.
Let me share a couple of videos from 2023 because this has been long overdue, literally slowly happening, of course, but right now it's faster happening. I have some videos from 2023, 2024.
Speeding up. They know it.
White people are going extinct. 1,000% yes.
Duh.
Okay. What happened?
White people are going extinct. 1,000% yes. Is that a problem? Is that controversial? We live in a globalized world, a globalized society. We no longer have isolated races who never interact with one another. We as a society are mixing together. That's a good thing. But no, there's eventually going to be a day where there is no more white people. Everyone is going to be mixed. We had a long line of Italian people in my family until one black guy came along. Now we're a mixed family. And that's eventually going to happen to everyone. 51% Italian, 49% Nigerian. So are white people going extinct? 1,000%. Because any pure-blooded race is bound to eventually mix with another race. Unless, of course, you are purposefully staying within your own race and therefore admit to.
And that also made the genetics weaker because they're the weakest genetics. The genetics are the weakest. So I want them to stay together and just be white together. I agree with that. I agree with all white people staying with just all white people. I agree with that. Because that means they'll die out faster. Because the genetics has no diversity in it. And so they were already going extinct. What saved them is that they came out of Europe. They were already dying off 500 years ago. They were already going extinct then. The problem is that they got enough technology and got their raggedy asses out of Europe and start fucking up everybody else and start mixing their seed with everybody else. They were already dying off. So I agree with all white towns. I agree with that shit. 100%. I agree with it. I agree with all white towns. All white towns, the closer you're wiping yourself out. You know, but the sun is doing it. But I ain't got to do that. I wish you nothing but the best. The sun is getting rid of that ass. The radiation is heating up. This is your retribution for all the wicked shit you've done and you've never been held accountable for. The creator, not your fake Jesus, the creator of the universe said enough. You got to go. And that's why the planet is heating up. Radiation is changing. And you're having skin cancer on an astronomical number. And it's just going to get worse. Because if you're not like the people that you hate, you don't have melanin black, you're gone. Your scientists know this. They will teach you that. They won't tell you about that we're going to blood out the sun because it's hot. It doesn't do with the hotness. It's the radiation. It's the UV light, as Joey just read. The UV light is changing. Radiation levels rising. You having white, unmelanated skin is not healthy. And it's going to kill you. But you told me you're the superior race. We're superior. We got high IQ. Then why was this God that you say is white so stupid, had a low IQ, that created you white and without melanin? Remember, your fake Jesus knows everything. Your fake Allah, Jesus, but a fake God you gave people, right? So didn't this God know, since he knows that this fake white Jesus, he knew everything, right? Why did he make you melanated? Because he knew, remember, this fake white Jesus knows everything. He knew that the radiation on the planet was going to change. So was he purposely setting you white people up to die? See, these are thoughts, like Joey said, critical thinking. So did this fake white Jesus set you guys all up to die? Because he knows everything, right? He's got the whole world in his hands. He didn't know the radiation was going to change and fuck him up too, since he a white guy with blonde hair and blue eyes that you show people. He didn't know his own creation and radiation was going to give him melanoma. It was going to be malignant that killed his white ass. See, Jesus not coming back because he gets skin cancer, morons. See, that's what you didn't write in your fake books, right? You didn't know. You didn't know the radiation on the planet was going to change. So your Jesus coming back would have skin cancer. You forgot to write that part in your goofy Bible, in your fake, what's the shit called? Because that's the new shit they made up in the 1800s. Your what's that shit called? The rapture. Your rapture bullshit. You just make up shit. You just make up shit every other year with this Christian nonsense. That wasn't even part of Christianity. You made that up 200 years ago, the rapture. And then you didn't know that was created by a Zionist. Ain't that funny? It's all this fake shit you got people propagandized to believe. When the rapture, it comes back and gets you like a thief in the night, he's going to have melanoma and cancer. White skin's going to be fucked up. I'm Jesus. Jesus, your skin's fucked up, my Lord. I know, I didn't know that the radiation was going to change. I got boils and shit on my face, and I got boils on my back. I'm all fucked up. With Jesus, or we're going up to heaven in the rapture? No, nigga, I got to find me a dermatologist to help with this cancer.
Crazy.
Everything they tell you is a goddamn lie. Go Go ahead, Joe.
New analysis from the Office for National Statistics has revealed that white Britons are dying at a faster rate than ethnic minorities.
Of course, white Brit. You know why white Britons are dying? Because you're unmelanated, moron. You don't have the gouging, you don't have melanin. That you said was bad. And you have kooky hairdos, okay? You don't have 9 ether hair. And that's why you white Britons are dying, okay? And Jesus is going to die when he comes back. He's going to burn up because he's going to have cancer. Go ahead, Joe.
So experts say the disparity can largely be blamed on lifestyle choices, with white Brits far more likely to smoke and drink alcohol. Okay.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Lifestyle say as if the black people in Britain, as if the black people in Britain don't drink and smoke. Could be done because lifestyle changes. As if the black people in Britain don't drink and smoke. Go ahead, this is crazy catch.
Thought when I read this statistic was, is it not the case that the white population is older and the ethnic minority population is younger? Has that been accounted for in these statistics?
I'm not sure, but one of the things that we need to be very clear about is that the data is about poor white population rather than the white population as a whole.
Wow, yeah.
I think that's got to
Thought he was gonna just stick to the poor.
be considered in this. And as far as I can see, there is really a kind of need to look at the lifestyle of those groups.
John Mosquito, you need to save your people, you know, when you're on the streets of London, do something about it, you know. Save your people.
Europe is running out of people, not in the future, not in theory, right now. A chilling chart from the Financial Times reveals something no one is ready to talk
Europe,
about.
America, Australia, Canada, if I'm white people, you're dying. The earth is saying enough for you wicked bastards, okay? See, all the shit you're saying, the Charlie Kirk shit, all the nonsense shit. The universal creator, the real God, is saying enough of you motherfuckers. You haven't atoned for your wicked shit. And it's getting you out the paint. And nothing's going to stop this, okay? You can do all your handmaiden's tale. You can try to change. White women can't get jobs. They must be baby makers. Their wombs are barren, okay? Because they got melanoma cancer like your ass. Mm-hmm. Their coochies are full of cancer. Watch out.
Lord. Big children are coming of Jesus already came back on earth. You've seen me and Shmani on the video chasing him around Kenya. Do you know actually if, let's say, for example, Truth came to Kenya and acted like a prophet or a bishop, how much amount of money we'd make? And then, like, we're his disciples. We just need to make people believe, like, this is the man of God. This is the
I just couldn't do no shit like that. That's so evil.
we give Tariq that gig, you know. Tell Tariq when he comes to Africa, that's one gig he can get money out of without begging. You don't need to beg, ask no one this one. You just build up a church or just be a street Negro always preaching and then come back, build up a small church. Trust me, it starts with one person, 2 people who are very loyal, and especially in giving money, and you become rich. You don't need to go out there on YouTube telling people, you know, I have a museum coming and all that bullshit. Like, please, it's just easy asshole.
In Europe's biggest economies are in free fall. France, Germany, Italy, all plunging below the critical replacement level of 2.1 children per woman. By 2020, that number hovered around 1.5, and it's not bouncing back. What does that mean? It means fewer children, fewer workers, fewer taxpayers. Entire economies aging faster than they can reproduce. And no, this isn't some sci-fi collapse scenario. It's already underway. But here's the twist. It's not just biology. It's not that people can't have kids. It's that more and more people are choosing not to. Why? Because in today's Europe, starting a family feels like a financial death sentence. Skyrocketing rent, outrageous childcare costs, no space, no support. The price of diapers might as well be gold. And then there's the cultural shift. People are delaying marriage or avoiding it entirely. Career first, stability second. Kids, maybe never.
Yeah,
Add
exactly.
in a generation.
That is so me. Like, please, I'm not thinking about none of those things. I mean, not with look at the white, but still with us
Well,
black.
you know, being black, you don't need to worry about that. You're the only growing demographics on the planet. You're the only one that's going to be projected to be 2 and 3 billion people in the next 20, 30 years. So you don't need everybody in Africa to have babies. So those people are the ones that are going to need babies. And it has nothing to do with has nothing to do with the finances and all that old shit. People have been broke and still had babies. So they ain't nothing to do with that. It's the fact that they're barren. And the sun is saying no more. Remember, you guys understand what sperm is? Sperm is condensed sunlight. They understand what light is condensed sunlight. And so the white man's testicles are all fucked up because the sun is saying, no, we're not going to be putting condensed sunlight into this damn thing because they're the planet's trying to wipe them out. You see what's going on with Japan and they trying to wipe them out because without melanin, it's a black planet. You weren't supposed to be here. And it's just that simple. You know, that's why all the hatred and the craziness is. Black people are the original people on this planet, not just Africa, on this planet.
Period.
And it's just that. All the lies they tell is on period. No matter lies you tell, whatever you tell, whatever. Blocking out the sun, how many BCAIs you're trying to do. It ain't going to work. Remember AIDS is running rap in Africa. But it's still, all the AIDS are in Africa, right? The majority of AIDS in Africa. But their birth rate is still higher than anybody on the planet. God is saying, fuck that AIDS shit. You're going to have these babies. Ain't that funny? They make Africa the leading thing of AIDS. But the only place that's having babies is Africa. Africa's projected to be 2 billion by 2040. And then I told you within 30 years, every 2 and 4 people will be African, overwhelmingly black African. Okay? Overwhelmingly. Not an Indian, not a black Indian, a black African, okay? The continent. Sorry. Continent. Overwhelmingly African. So that time you be almost like you'll get down or you'll lay the fuck down. There'll be no more asking. There'll be no more nicety. You'll get down or you'll lay down. There's power. It'd be the power anyway. By the people, you'll get down or you'll lay the fuck down. Because there won't be no asking. You won't have the numbers to do anything but say, yes, boss. Yes, black man, what you want me to do? I want you to sign my goddamn shoes.
Yes,
what
master.
I want you to do. Exactly. That's what you going to be. But you're lucky that black people don't got that kind of nature. Ain't you lucky? You lucky that we're not you. Well, the rest of you that's surviving, that's why they try to lock the world down and make robots and AI and all this old shit. It's a race to the end. They're trying to hurry. They think they can lock the world down before everything changes. Why they want to merge you with a robot. That's the way they're going to live. They're going to merge them. See, that's what the transhuman agenda is about. They already know they're dying out, guys. That's why they want to merge man and robot for them, so they can still rule and still control the planet and still live. That's why they want to go do transhumanism. See, they already knew. They already knew they were dying out and they were going extinct. That's what this transhumanism shit's about. Merging man and machine. Because they want to exist as a fucking robot. Have man a cyborg. Have man have robot. And still rule. But that ain't gonna work either. But they're gonna try. That's what they're trying. That's what this fucking robot shit's about. This transhumanism shit. So they can survive them going extinct. Everybody's talking about, oh, transhumanism is the way of the future. You're like, why? And I tell you, oh, because we're getting extinct. We're being wiped out. Jesus is wiping us out. A fake white Jesus. Everybody told you, they tell you now, we don't believe in no God. We're the God. We're going to be transhumanists. We're going to merge man and robot. Okay? That's why they keep showing you them fucking robot pussy everywhere. Sticking their penis in robot pussy.
And crippled by climate anxiety.
No.
Yeah,
wondering
Joby,
if
hold
taking ethical
on. We're gonna go to we're gonna TikTok say we're gonna
No.
look up sex. Yes.
No.
We're gonna look up sex robots. That's right.
No. Okay, I know it. Okay, it's already in Kenya. It's called Samantha.
Damn. They got a name on it already. It's a Kenya.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I'm
Kenyans, please don't put your penis in there, man.
sorry, it got here like in 2020, 2021.
There you go. That's what they want. They want you having sex with robots.
It's great.
That robot coochie's rough, nigga.
To bring a child into a world on fire. And you have a recipe for demographic collapse. But here's what no one wants to say out loud. This is not just a European issue. This is the future of the West, especially white European nations.
Exactly,
America
white.
isn't far behind. Japan,
Right. Then Asian, Japan, then Asian. That's right.
South
Only
Korea,
one over there. Only ones having babies that big old continent they got small. Africa. All these people are going extinct. You know why? Because somebody fucked up thousands of years ago and was doing shit in labs. Okay? Okay? We can never talk about that. But all the evidence always showed you that. And the creator saying, no more. Got to go. Go ahead, Joe.
We're looking at the slow motion disappearance of entire populations. Nations that once ruled the world now struggling to simply replace themselves. Meanwhile, the global picture paints a very different story. According to the UN, the world population will keep growing, but only because of developing regions, particularly Africa and the Middle East. These
No, because it was the Middle East, the black people in the Middle East, not the white people there, right? So those are black people, only because of Africa. And there's those places in the Middle East. That's Northeast Africa. So he's talking about the Africans in what they call the Middle East. So it's still just black people. So those people are going to start having babies, even though they're the poorest. So we know they ain't the poor shit, because Africans are the poorest people on the planet. So why are they still having all these babies? What? Yeah. Go ahead, Joe.
Fertility rates and their populations are surging. So what happens when rich developed countries
Even with all the AIDS, Africa has all the AIDS put in by whoever's got all the AIDS, but they still have all these babies. What? Go ahead, Joe.
Younger nations rise. The balance of global power shifts economically, culturally.
Of course, global power shifts, exactly.
May be aging itself out of relevance, and yet, here's where the conversation gets really uncomfortable. Some argue this is a good thing, that fewer people mean less pollution, less strain on the planet, a more sustainable world. But others warn this is a civilizational crisis. A world without enough youth becomes stagnant.
What they say?
Innovation
See,
slows.
this is a lie because the world is the earth is abundance, guy. There's no shortage of anything. See, that's the mind of psychopaths. They stole everything. The earth is abundance, guys. Abundant. Because I told you, why do you think since they got control of the world, you don't see any feminine trees just going? All the trees you see out in the world are all males. You know why? Because they want to control. If you put female trees up, guys, female trees give you what? Jibba Jabba Nose gives you fruits for free. All you gotta do is just plant a bunch of free trees that are female, and you have mangoes, bananas, oranges, pears, all the food you want for fucking free. Why is it that all over the world we only got male trees growing on the streets? Because they don't want you to be able to eat for free. Because they're psychopaths. So the earth is abundance, guys. Don't let anybody say, oh, there's resources, there's not enough resources. That's a lie. Everything they tell you from the mind of a psychopathic liar. Don't cost nothing to plant no trees that are feminine. And give all the fruit you want for fucking free. That means you can't be controlled. They can't put your fake economy on you. They can't put you in a control system because you're not starving. That's free. All the pears you want, all the oranges, all the apples, all the pineapples for fucking free. You don't live in a world of scarcity. They created from a mind of a psychopath. The earth is abundant and it's for free. All the water supposed to be free. We have psychopaths get control of the planet and then put a toll booth up. Oh man, we gotta get rid of all these trees that got free fruit. Why? Because we want to get paid at the store and people pay us and make us rich. We want to make things unequal like we always do. Because it don't cost nothing to plant no motherfucking tree. And it can all be female in all cities on the planet. Where nobody will ever be hungry, ever. They can pick as much fruit as they want. And guess what? It grows back free. It grows back fucking free. Don't ever let nobody tell you you got scarcity on the planet. There's too many people and all that shit. The earth provides for everybody all the time. Go ahead, Joey.
Societies built on growth start crumbling when growth ends. So now we're at a crossroads. Do we fight this trend with aggressive family subsidies, free childcare, and housing reforms?
That's what you're doing now. It ain't gonna work. That's what you're doing. No, you're not gonna, because you need your power. You're doing it now, and you're still not having no babies. Because the earth said enough of you, motherfuckers. Okay? Earth has already spoken. You're done. I don't care what kind of shit you implement, what kind of policies. If you're not melanated, if you're not black, I said that bad word, black. If you're not black, you won't exist. I said a bad word again. If you're not black, if you're not black, you're out of here. So no matter how much family planning you do, see, you forgot about the radiation thing I just had Joby read. Even if you could have babies, they still be wiped out because you have malignant melanoma, which is cancer, from the radiation of the sun. Because the earth is saying, and the sun is saying, you're not natural to this earth. Okay? Because black people don't have to put on no suntan lotions and all that shit. We have the God genetics that you said was bad. We have black melanin skin. Oh, look at us, the humanity. I'm black. Oh, no. Why, Jesus, did you make me a nigga like this? Oh, shit, he was looking out for me. All right, cool, shit. I'm all right. Hey, white person, your skin's on fire, nigga. Good luck.
Crazy. As I go through the comments, as we get closer to
And accept the end of an era. Is this decline nature's reset or our collective failure? Should governments be doing more to reverse the trend or stay out of the bedroom? And here's the hardest question of all. If people simply don't want children anymore, what does that say about us? This isn't just a population problem.
They keep talking about them. You just told you there's a surge in Africa of children. So it's not people that don't want children. Africa's having a surge of children. See, they take their narrative and try to put it on everybody. You're not having children, not the world. African people having astronomical babies, as you just said. So it ain't the world. It's you people. It ain't the world. It's you people. You try to come in there with your wicked AIDS and your wicked Ebola and all the shit. And God, the true Christ said, nah. The black man and woman are going to live. Black man and woman are going to thrive. The black man and woman are going to procreate and dominate the planet again. That's what's happened. I told you have a fall and you have a rise. You're on the beginning of the rise. That's what you see. It's not going to be able to be stopped. It's just nature. Things fall and things rise. Black man and black woman are on the rise. And it's just a fact. And it's the way it's gonna fucking be. Beside all your racisms, that's gonna go away. Because there won't be enough of you people to enact it. And when the African gets too numerous in numbers, I don't think he's gonna allow your wicked system to continue. I just don't. Okay? Not gonna be able to continue. Or you're gonna get completely wiped out. You don't get wiped out fast than you are. I want you to live. I prefer you live a little longer. But if you practice your wicked shit with these numbers coming, you're gonna get wiped out. It's gonna be brutal. The babies that's coming back are not as kind and loving as their parents. It's gonna be brutal for that ass. Okay? They're not gonna fuck around with you. So I'm saying get kind, get nice for the rest of the time you on this earth. Get kind, get nice, or you'll be wiped the fuck out. That's what's coming. Okay? That's what's coming. For real, for real. Go ahead, Joker.
Problem. It's an identity crisis. Drop a comment below.
Yeah, this is the comments. Let me drop our comments from the chat. We see what people are saying. We have Jason Alio saying, Jiba Jabba saying, I've been black all my life and I've never gotten a sunburn. And
how about that? Like I told that coon that was in our studio with airtime about a month ago. Looking all crazy. that's all. My Kajobi was in there too. Yeah, but I was in the studio back then. You never got sunburn? I said, nah, never. You been in the desert? Yeah. I'm from California. Half the state is a desert. Yes. Go ahead.
I also see Jiba says, Jason says, black and Mexicans make pretty kids. It's a few in my family on my mother's side, and no mixed folks at all on my father's side. Jiba also says, I've noticed something new, something they've never said. Black man, it's always black guy, and guy means a person not to take seriously.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And also see Big Cheese says, okay, I read that about Jesus coming back and being chased around. God of War saying black man was jumped in Mississippi by 3 or 4 Caucasian. The black guy handicap and he was out to ride. Can you please, guys, check your grammar? Tafadhali, I really mean that. Don't stop writing short forms for me. I'm gonna be skipping your comments if you literally write, because I can't. It takes me time to connect words.
But you learn to know your ebonics, guys.
Yeah, I don't even do short forms, short words on my text. Trust me, I don't like that shit. See, yeah, jumped by black for Caucasian. Black guy took a handicap. He was out to ride his bike. Complete the sentence. When he got home, he was bubblegum shot. Huh?
So they're saying he got messed up when he was riding, and then he got jumped by some white people. He got home, he got shot.
Mm-hmm. And
unless he went back out and shot them. But go ahead.
And Zibazaba says our bodies adapt to any situation and environment, and
of course, exactly.
And I also see he's saying having a white slave will be more aggravating than just
and just doing it yourself, huh? Like having a white slave would be more aggravating than just do it. Fuck it, get out the way. I just do it myself. Shit. Because you're right, because they couldn't be in the sun doing no hard labor. Go ahead.
You also asked that London has a sex robot brothel. God damn.
Damn, they got a brothel? I'm saying, wow, they got a whole brothel? Wow. Who's in that, Jim Mosquito?
Jibba Jabba.
Damn, Jibba, I wouldn't consider him as Jim Mosquito. How you know? What, you ran by in the morning? Seen a bunch of robots in there with fucked up mouths? What's going on? Sex? God damn. They're paying to go have sex with robots. This is crazy.
And also, God of War says, down south in the 60s and 70s, you could walk miles and eat a fruit during summertime. During
In the
summertime.
South, see that? Yeah. In the South, I'm in the South. They got rid of that. Well, I got here then. They got rid of that thing. Exactly. That's too freeing. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much like right. They don't got it no more. They say, oh no, we can't nobody eating for free like this. Exactly. You living in a world of abundance. Okay. God damn, coochie is coochie, even if it's robot coochie. It's crazy. People still want coochie even if it's on a robot.
Crazy. Psychopaths. Wow. And Jerome Mosquito, Karibu Sana once again. I don't know if you were here earlier, but anyway, Karibu. And Jiba says Keith is translating like Smitty on Sanford and Son. That's so sad. That's so sad. Yeah, but those are all the comments. But as
All right, fam.
we wind up with today's conversation, I'm gonna share the last video of him talking about what he said, then talking about Israel is after him. Then we wind up with that.
All right.
Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. Now, I don't like generalizations. Not every Jewish person believes that. But it is true, the Anti-Defamation League was part and parcel with Black Lives Matter. It is true that some of the largest financiers of left-wing anti-white causes have been Jewish Americans. They went all in on woke, and it wasn't just ADL. It was some of the top Jewish organizations in the country that have done that. In fact, we have seen this with the recent retreat of Jewish donations that are no longer going to be administered to colleges, right? Mark Rowan, Leon Copperman. Can we get that full list? It's very powerful. The part of the
what he's saying is phony because the Jays control all the Republican Party. He's a Republican, so he's even being disingenuous. They've been controlling the Republican Party longer than they have a Democratic Party. So what he's saying is absolute nonsense because he knows they control his party. He knows why Netanyahu is best friends with Trump, comes in, gets speeches, and not just the ADL, and then all politicians are backed by the cats. So the idea he's saying this is absolutely idiotic. He won't go deep. He's just saying some touch points. He's scared about it. He won't go deep because they did probably know what bubblegum is ass. Because he goes deep. He knows what time it is. He knows who runs this world. Saying this fake thing. Oh, they did sponsor some democratic things and go with the woke agenda. That's called playing both ends against the middle, moron. No one can do. This dude's an idiot. Playing both ends against the middle. Stupid. So, of course, they control all the Hegelian dialectic. Problem, action, problem, solution, problem, reaction, solution. Where they control both sides. Instead of saying that, they say, oh, they went woke and they woke. There's no such thing as no woke. Woke means black, anti-black. That's their little code speak they did. If they can take a black word and make it a pejorative. Black culture. When we say woke, that means stay away from your wicked ass. When we say, hey, brothers, make you stay woke out there. We talking about the white oppressor. Your ass. You can't turn around trying to make it just change the word because they can't create anything. They never create anything. They just steal your shit and repackage it. Why can't they come up with their own word? They never can. It's the woke. It's woke agenda. It's not the woke. Woke. Woke meant saying, oh, where your ass? But go ahead, Joe.
Yes, we'll wind it up at that, family. Have yourself some beautiful rest of the day.
Everybody smash the like button on your way out. Everybody smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And then also, if you're on an Android phone, make sure you go to Google Play Store, download Black Eye Fire Network. It's free. So you get all our content for free all the time. Black Eye Fire Network on Google Play Store. It's free. And then also, at the end of this video, in the comment section, I'm going to pin the WhatsApp chat group. All you got to do is click the link, and you'll join us inside the WhatsApp chat. Okay? Where we talk about everything in 10 speed so you won't be left out. When we go live, because we're shadow banned. But also, you'll know also by just downloading our free app, Black Hot Fire Network, at the Google Play Store. It's free. It's no grift. Okay. So much love, family.
Yeah, much love. I don't need to repeat anything. He has said it all. So just hit that like button, subscribe, period. I don't need to repeat nothing.
See you by tomorrow. Sorry, Joby asked to be 2 weeks still at home. They told her knee still messed up.
That's what's up. But yeah, much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful day. See you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, and peace. We out.
Much love, family.